Welcome back. Listen, I hope y'all paying attention. There's 2 pointers I want to go over really quick. Now, college football realignment right now with the ACC, okay? The first thing we want to talk about is the attachment that NC State has with North Carolina. Didn't we see this repeat itself before? Well, we have the example of UCLA and UC Berkeley, okay? When you look at those two institutes, you can pretty much cipher and determine what it's going to be like for North Carolina and NC State. What does that mean? Well, when North Carolina leaves the ACC, it's not a matter of if, but when. They're going to go to one of 3 conferences, as we already discussed in a previous video. And when that happens, if it's the Big 12, they will take in both schools, institute. If it's not the Big 12, unfortunately, there's not enough room for NC State. There will most likely be left behind, and there will most likely be some type of penalty to pay, just as UCLA had to pay Cal. Now, with that being said, what happened? Well, I don't believe if North Carolina goes to the Big 10 or the SEC, I don't believe the Big 12 will accept NC State under those conditions. Now, they will accept NC State together with North Carolina, but they won't accept NC State in the UC Cal situation. In other words, if there's a fee attached to North Carolina by NC State and it becomes a political jargon and gets sticky and messy, the Big 12 do not want that to be associated with this conference. So it's good enough to say that it's a good chance that NC State could potentially be left out as by default due to the circumstances, just as Cal did, and end up remaining in the ACC. It's interesting to note, but watch how this play out. But it's a good chance that NC State will be left out due to the circumstances related with North Carolina. Now, the second point we wanted to talk about is we believe that UCLA is screwed financially for 3 reasons. The first reason being they have a large, huge travel expense. UCLA has a major travel expense as it relates to traveling to the broader Big 10 schools. Okay, of course they have USC, Oregon and Washington, and even Oregon and Washington is a travel in itself. But regionally speaking, they only have 1 school, which is their neighbor. But for the rest of the school, and if you look at the schedule, they have a major traveling bill. So with that being said, the first reason why UCLA is financially in trouble is because the travel. Okay, the second reason is because UCLA will have to pay, not on top of the travel, they will have to pay not only UC Cal for the next 10 years, totaling $60 million, but you can add also the NIL as well as the revenue sharing that can be added, that will be added to that grand total of 60. So when you add up the travel, what they're going to be paying UC Cal, as well as the revenue sharing settlement, and combined all that over the next decade, that's a hefty penny. On top of with them paying, with the funds that they're receiving from the Big 10. Now, when you look at that, you can clearly see the third point, which is UCLA already have financial issues as it relates to their athletic department. So when you combine those three things, it's gonna be a tough road ahead for UCLA. And with that being said, the same exact thing can happen to NC State. Well, you heard it here first. These are the 2 points that we wanted to go over here today. And so pay attention to this moving forward with the financial status of UCLA, as well as NC State potentially getting left behind due to the circumstances related to North Carolina. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Till next time, size 11, www.size-11.com, and go get your merch. Have a great day.